Hi, I'm Bill Brustman from Coon Rapids High School here. Today I'm going to answer one of the common questions that I get after I have gone through the demonstration here, and that is how to lay out the sides for the nightstand or TV VCR cabinet that we have here for marking the dados. So the first thing that you're going to do is take your side pieces, figure out which is going to be the outside, which is going to be the inside, and turn it so that you have the inside edge facing up. I've placed them together here. I will then take the face frame here, lay it over on top with the face facing upward, and I will place it even with the top and bottom, flush with the edge, and then I can simply take the face frame and slide it down approximately a 1/16 and go ahead and mark the bottom edge for the TV VCR. You will mark the upper 1.5 inch piece, and we will also have a mark for the web frame up at the top here. Okay? I will then slide it to the other side and do the same thing with that one. So we'll even it up here. Go ahead and slide it down about a 1/16, okay? And once I have done that, I can go ahead and take my face frame off. I want to put an X where the actual cut is supposed to be, the material removed out, the approximate 3/4 inch wide cut that we have, right? Now the problem that I have is with this one, the right side piece here, as I turn it to put it in the machine, my mark is going to be on the wrong side. And so what you can do is we need to transfer this to the other side. So I can simply measure the mark over 3/4 inch. I can also take my board, place it right on the mark, and simply trace the other side. Okay? And so I just mark on the other side here, and what I end up with is I have two parallel marks with the X in the middle representing where my dado is going to be. Okay? Now on the web frame here, I have it down about a 1/16 because we want that web frame slightly below the top surface to ensure that we're going to get a nice tight joint for the top going on. Now with the left side piece, when I turn this, and I put it so that the edge where the marking is towards my body, the mark is on the left, which is going to be suitable for the machine. The mark on the panel router needs to be on the left. Okay? Now if we're not going to use the panel router, we can also use the dado head in the table saw to do the same thing, but most of us are going to be using the panel router since these pieces will fit in, and it will certainly do the job, and actually it will be the quickest setup for us. Okay. One other thing that you might want to do before we go and make the cuts, and we can tell exactly which is which side, what you might want to do is, since I had this edge here to mate up with this one, just in case your face frame, you have something that isn't quite square or slight size different, what you might want to do is just go ahead and mark on the front edge. Just put an F on the front edge, marking the front, and that will identify which is which side. Here you can see the marks that I have placed on. Okay. All right. So now that we've got the marks on, we're ready to go ahead and come on over to the panel router here. And so I'll go ahead and slide this forward. And what I'm doing here is just lining up the mark edge here with the line that I created. With the face frame, we'll go ahead and clamp this down. Watch for pinch points, especially when you pull it back. Now I'm going to take the extra board here, place against it to help clamp it down. And what I like to do is also take the extra board here and place against the end. That also keeps so that it will not slide back and forth on us. Okay? All right. Now, you can go ahead and pull the pin here and slide it out so that we can see our level that we need to adjust, and you want to adjust it so that you're approximately 3/8 of an inch deep, which would basically on the 3/4 inch board that we have here, we'll set it so that you are half the thickness of the plywood. We'll go ahead and tighten up this thumb screw. Okay. All right. So now that we've got it set up, we're ready to go ahead and make the cut. My suggestion, because we have had some issues with the router turning here, being that this is a 3 1/4 horse motor on this, it has a lot of torque. When you pull the trigger, we've had a problem where once in a while it will want to slightly turn, and that changes your measurement. So my advice, simply put your hand right on top of the motor and hold it so that when you pull that trigger, if it does turn, meaning that this isn't holding quite as well as we want, it will not turn for you. So we'll go ahead and make this cut. Once it comes to a stop, we can go ahead and loosen our clamps. We can slide it down, make the next cut, and continue on with the rest of our sides.